Good morning.
Hello.
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 How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good. I'm terrific. I love first days of school.
Huh.
I live for that. You know, the teacher in me just loves it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, you would hope so, right? What if I was like, it's a bad day? Like, that's weird.
True.
Yeah.
Can
Oh,
you
good.
hear my audio?
Yeah, totally
Okay.
fine.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah, sounds great.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How am I sounding to you guys? Fine?
You
Yep.
sound fine.
Yeah.
You said good.
Yay. That's awesome. Did any of you take classes in the fall at MCC?
Yeah.
Online, yeah.
Yeah, so online. Did you take live online like this or just fully online?
Fully
Nope.
online for me.
Just
I
just
haven't.
on your own time.
Oh, so I'm lucky that I get you live online, right?
Yep.
That's awesome.
I won't lie. I woke up about 20 minutes ago.
That's all right. My 9 o'clock class, I'm pretty sure the guy literally just opened his eyes and logged on. So
Yeah.
that's totally fine. I am a morning person. Lisa, is your name Lisa Losi? Is that your name on Maricopa?
Okay, so I'm using my mom's Zoom account since
Okay.
I don't have one. So that's
That's
just
what
her
I thought.
picture.
Okay, so can you just rename yourself, or I can rename you if you want?
Yeah, it's Josh Oliver.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
getting a
it was-
webcam tomorrow for my for my PC. So then I'll use my full normal computer.
Nice, perfect. There you go. Did you see I changed it for you?
Perfect.
Because right now I'm looking at your mom.
Yeah, I can tell.
Well, I was a little confused, but I'm not gonna. That's not anything new for me to be confused. So
You want me to turn my webcam on?
that's great. Yeah, we're gonna practice turning our webcams on, and we're gonna talk about it. Thanks, Matt.
Yep. Sure thing.
Otherwise, I just feel like I'm talking to myself, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not very many of us in this class, which is going to be awesome.
That's good.
So, yeah. So we're going to have to see each other's faces.
Oh.
I'm going to share my screen in just a minute. Hi, Josh.
Hey, what's
Now
up?
I can see your face. This is going to be such a fun class. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Hi, Veronica. Do you go by V or Veronica?
V is fine.
Okay. It's weird because it's V on my roster, which surprised me. Nice. Hi, Janessa. Did I say it right?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
All right. Hi, Liliana. Do you go by Liliana?
I go for by Lily or Liliana. Either one is okay.
Okay. And then you did, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, you are. You did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm doing well so far. Well, we'll see, right? Sometimes I get a little too ambitious. And Zevi's here and Anirak. Annie, you want to go by Annie?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just getting everybody here. We're doing good so far. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Is it Rukiye? Did I say it right? Or tell me how to say it.
Yes, Rukia.
Say it one more time for me.
Sorry, can you say again?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Rukiye is good? Is that how
You
you
call
say
me
it?
Ruki.
Ruki. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Yeah, and if everybody can turn their videos on so we can all suffer together, right? I mean, so we can see everyone. That's what I meant. Hello, Zachary. I don't know if Zachary can hear us. Zachary, can you hear us? Okay, perfect. Zachary can hear us. His webcam's on his way. Should be here tonight. I just got my new webcam, which is way better than I have a MacBook, and their built-in webcams are horrible. So I just have like super bad. But the unfortunate thing about this is just a USB webcam, which I love, but
I'm
Mac
not playing videos. I'm looking at.
Mac doesn't let you control the webcam. So I don't understand that. Now I have to get some other app to do that. I don't know what's happening. We'll figure it out though. So that's good. All right, I'm going to share my screen in just a minute. We have a couple people still missing, but just so our class is going to be nice and small, which is awesome. I think it's good for me as an instructor because then I'm really able to take time and get to know each one of you and really help you in the areas that you need help with. The bad news for you as a student is there's no hiding. There's no disappearing, right? I know when you're on just on your own time online class, you can kind of disappear, right? Like your teacher might not even know what you look like. I do teach online only classes and I don't let my students do that. I'm sure imagine, even though you've only been here 5 minutes, that I'm not a fan of that. I love to know my students. That's why I became a teacher, is to get to know each one of you. That's the best part of teaching and helping you along your educational pathway, right? Because you all are taking this class so you can pass it, so you can go do what you want to do, right? I don't think there's any math majors in here, are there? Nope, so I'm the only one, right? I get it. What that says to me is I need to give you the support you need. And the only way we can do that is by being present and helping each other, right? So having our cameras on, I know it feels a little weird and is a little uncomfortable, but I promise you, you will get to know people better and it will help you engage in the mathematics together, as well as you might learn some things that you didn't know, even not about math. Maybe it's about MCC, maybe it's about your program of study, or maybe even it's about the next class that you need to take and what instructor would be a good fit for you or what one would not be a good fit for you, right? So that's all important stuff. So welcome to Math 146. This is college mathematics. We're going to be here every day, Monday through Thursday from 10:30 a.m. till 11:45 a.m. You're like, wait, is she serious? Like, is that true? Yeah, it's true. It's true. We are Thursday, but I promise you, if we make our time in class really effective, you will have a better time outside of class and you won't be confused. You won't have trouble getting your homework done or understanding the material, right? So that's the goal. And then Friday, you have on your own. If you work it right, you can do your assignments Monday through Thursday. Maybe you'll have to do a little bit on Friday, you know, space out your time, but your weekend should be free of homework from this class, unless you've chosen to not do your homework earlier. But I promise you, the way I have it worked out, I want you to get done because I know some of you are working. Some of you actually need a break, right, to do some other things. So I'm Roxanne Klassen. I am excited that you're here. I'm going to share my iPad with you. I'm trying not to log in with my iPad as well because, you know, bandwidth is a thing. And I have, as you'll soon find out about me, I have quite a few people in my house. So can you see my screen now? Excellent. So today we're just going to kind of get to know an overview of the class, see what's going on, those kinds of things, and then answer some questions that you might have. Okay, so that's the most important thing, to make sure everybody's going to start off on the right foot. So we already did all this because you guys are amazing. Is there anybody who needs to try to unmute themselves just to make sure their mic is working? I know I checked a couple of you. Matt, I talked to. Josh, I talked to. Who else? Lily, I talked to. Danessa, V, I talked to. Oh, maybe I talked to all of you. Ruki and Zachary chatted with me, right? And you did your mic work?
Hi,
I know
yes, it does.
It's a trick to figure out if you know where that control is. I get it. It's hard. Yeah. Every day I'll think, I know everything that's going on, and then I'll be like, wait, I'm not sharing my screen. I've been talking for 5 minutes and you guys can't see my screen. But so hopefully we'll all figure that out. You should have a button to start and stop your video. I really like your videos on all of, but I do also understand that something might happen where you walk away from your computer for a minute to use the restroom or get a drink or deal with something that's going on in your house or wherever you're studying. So I get that. You can turn off your video if you want. You need to. Don't feel like that's, you know, a problem. Just don't like type to me in the chat, BRB, you know, and then turn off your video and you're gone for 30 minutes. Like that's not a BRB, right? That's I have a crisis in my house that I have to deal with. Okay, so just so you know. Let's try to send a message to each other in the chat. So open up your chat. Zach's already chatted to everyone. You can chat to everyone first, and you can also try it to me. You can type anything you want in there. I mean, within reason that's appropriate. You can be like, happy first day of school. I don't know if some of you, it's your first day back in a long time, or if you haven't thought about how fun it would be to be the first day of school, like if you were in kindergarten all over again. Nice. So, and using Zoom, I know some other people are using WebEx or maybe Cranium. I'm so excited. I have the student body president in my class. I'm so excited. Judith, you're going to have to give us an update on all things MCC and student body related sometimes, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, I'm so excited. I teach the math for elementary education teachers as well, and they have a club called Ed Rising. I don't know if you know that club. And Ed Rising, I had the president of Ed Rising in my class. I actually have her in my class right now, Savannah Baines. So I'm excited. I mean, like not right now. She's not in our class. She's in my other class, just so you know. So Judith, that's so exciting. Good job. What else we got going on? Good job. Everybody found the chat. I do use Zoom. The reason I picked Zoom is I just feel like it's the easiest. Like, not that I don't like WebEx, because WebEx is fine and I meet in WebEx, but WebEx is more of a meeting program, not an education program. And Zoom was really intended for education, and I'm all about that. So that's why I chose Zoom. Not that I'm knocking anyone who prefers WebEx. If you prefer WebEx, more power to you. Okay, but I like Zoom. And then can everybody find their reaction buttons? Sometimes they disappear when you have the chat open, but they should be at the bottom of your Zoom screen. There should be a little reactions button, and it should, yeah, Ruki found it with a check mark. There's a heart, nice, the surprised face, love it. There's like a party hat. Yeah, and I think you guys have a control. Oh, clapping hands. I love the variety. You guys are a gifted class. I appreciate you. Matt raised his hand. Love it. Welcome, Matthias. Are you able to hear us, Matthias? Yes. Okay, check mark. And we like our cameras on. Do you have a camera, Matthias? All right, so the reaction buttons are nice. Do you guys have one that says go faster or go slower? Yeah. So if you want to use that, you can totally use it. It doesn't mean you can watch me on 1.5 times speed or 2 times speed, which you probably would appreciate. But it does, like if you're struggling and I'm too fast, please use that go slower button or just type in the chat, go slower, right? Like I don't have a problem with that. I want to make sure that you're getting the information. So if we have to slow down a little bit, that's totally fine. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We're going to have everyone here. Yay! Okay. Hi, Tashina. Oh, she's not connected to audio yet. Hold on one moment. Stand by. I don't know why I have those numbers at the top of the slide, so we're just going to hide them because they're not supposed to be there, but I'll fix those before I post my slides to you. So here's our goals for today. You're going to learn who I am. We're going to talk about what materials you need and warm up. We already talked a little bit about chat and reactions. We're going to practice it a little more. Hi, Tashina. Welcome to class. Am I saying your name correctly?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yes, you were saying my name correctly. Trying to learn how to use
Excellent.
this program, so.
Yeah, I know it's a little tricky, but I think it's fairly doable. So in a couple days, you'll be old hat at it.
Let's see,
Excellent.
there we go.
Perfect. Yay. Welcome, welcome. We were just talking about how to use some of the buttons. That's one of our goals for today, is how to use these buttons on Zoom too. And then I'll give you a little overview of Canvas. Some of you have probably already dove in and started doing things. And then we'll talk about our exit ticket. So do you see in this corner right here, oh, let me move it over a little bit. It says T-shirt Tuesday and that coffee cup. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but during this pandemic, I was having trouble figuring out what day it was. So I have a theme every day, and sometimes it seems like the week is longer or shorter than it's supposed to be, kind of like this week. So on Tuesday, it's T-shirt Tuesday, and it's just kind of a fun way for us to warm up. Normally, we would start with Monday, because Monday is the first day we're together of the week, and it would be Mindfulness Monday. And I chose Mindfulness Monday because some of us have had bad weekends or great weekends, and we're having trouble getting back on track. So Mindfulness Monday is just kind of take a breather, refocus ourselves and think, okay, what do I need to get out of this class in this moment in time? Because some of us are having a really hard time with some things that are outside of education, right? Outside of our classes. So that will be a good breath take on Monday. And then T-shirt Tuesday, that's today. You can wear your favorite T-shirt. You can wear a sweatshirt. You can just bring your T-shirt if you want, hold it up. I mean, you have a different shirt on, obviously, and those kind of things. But I think T-shirts are super fun, and I seem to have a lot of mathy T-shirts. I know you're shocked, and I know that sounds amazing, and that you want my wardrobe of math T-shirts. Just kidding. But today, I broke tradition, and I did not wear a math T-shirt because I thought you weren't ready for it yet. I thought it might be a little much for you because I'm a little much. So I wore a different shirt. It's still a shirt that I love, and I'll share it with you now. So here's my T-shirt Tuesday today. Oops, sorry. So it says A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. Why? Why would I buy a shirt like that? Right? Who knows? I just thought it was fun. I'm not an English teacher, but I do know the vowels. As you can tell by my shirt, I needed to be reminded of them. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. But the other thing is you guys are going to communicate with me, right? Via email and things like that. If you could please try to use proper grammar, I would appreciate it, like capital letters and punctuation in the chat. I don't really care. You know, chat is we're just trying to get through our math content, but send me an email. Like, I'm confused on this question or whatever, just having a conversation with me. If you could not do text speak, that would be really appreciated. So you're in college, you're addressing your instructor, please use proper grammar. So, and I'm not going to go crazy if you don't, but it's just kind of a good rule of thumb. It's kind of like if you were emailing your boss at work, you probably wouldn't text type them, right? Like, can't come to work today, smiley face. Like, that's not usually what you would do. So that's just a fun reminder. But I have so many fun t-shirts. And is there anyone out there who has some fun shirts that they want to share? Oh, good. Matthias says yes. Matt says yes.
Well, I
If you-
would, but like they're all dirty. So, but I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying for the future, like, yeah. Once I
Yeah.
finally do my laundry, like, yeah, I'll get some.
Perfect. Yeah. So Tuesdays, keep in mind Tuesdays for your t-shirts. And if that's not your thing, you don't have to share on T-shirt Tuesday, but just know that you can if you want. If you feel like it's all about tacos on Tuesday for you instead of about t-shirts, you can just bring us your favorite taco place. Like, share with us where you're going to eat tacos next, because I'm all about Taco Tuesday as well, even though I'm making soup for dinner tonight, which is a little weird.
I can share my
But
shirt.
I'm ready, Judith.
It's just my ASMCC shirt.
Yay!
Logo here.
Yay. So Judith, actually, speaking of that, can you give us a little rundown of what ASMCC is? Because I'm not sure everybody knows.
Yeah, so it's this association of the Mesa Community College students. Like, basically everyone that goes to MCC is like part of this. So like I represent everyone as the student body president for the school.
Yay. And what do you have to do, Judith? Like, do you go to meetings and you say what the students want and things like that?
Yeah, so like I'm basically here, my information I can leave on the chat, but I'm just basically just like high school had student government, we have student government at the college as well, but it's a little bit more professional, I feel, in a way that, you know, we are adults. So you can always email me, and I meet with the president of MCC, the interim president, and talk about things that are happening, needs that students have, or questions or things that, you know, are going on, like basically like representation for the students to be able to speak to you know, anyone that works at the college. And yeah, like I'm here for all of you, so please reach out. Don't be shy.
Yay. And our interim president, Lori Brooklum, is amazing. Do you love her, Judith?
Yeah, no, she's great. I really like her a lot, and she's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like her a little extra because she was a math teacher. Just saying. Like, I'm just saying.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yep. It's true. Okay, great. So who am I? Well, you know my name already, Roxanne Klassen. I have 4 kids, and I've been married 26, almost 27 years in July. So my kids are 21, 19, 18, and 16. So they're very close together. So I have 2 in college right now. Actually, technically, all 4 of mine are in college because my younger 2 do dual enrollment. So through their high school, and they do it through Rio. So, but my older 2, my oldest is, he turned 21 in quarantine. That was kind of depressing, right? He was supposed to turn 21 in Scotland, where he was doing his study abroad. But COVID, we'll just say, but COVID, we don't have to say anything more than that. So he came home early, turned 21 in my dining room. Yes, it was a very exciting party with the 6 of us in our family. That's it. So he's going back on Saturday to Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska, where he is a senior and he will be graduating this May. Maybe we'll have a graduation ceremony, maybe we won't, but he will graduate nonetheless. And then my 19-year-old is at Santa Clara University in California. However, he was doing that from his bedroom down the hall because, as you well know, California is a big fat mess too with COVID. So, but he's a sophomore in college. And then I have a senior in high school who is my only girl, and she's trying to figure out where she's going to go to college in this big mess of COVID. And, you know, are winter sports on, are winter sports off? Who knows? Actually, they're on now, and she has her first soccer game today. So exciting. And then my youngest is a junior in high school, and he just thinks online school is worthless. So I'm trying to keep him engaged until he goes back face to face. So an interesting thing. So I got a lot going on in my house too. So if I have a bandwidth message, you know why. There's a lot of us here and they're all online. I've been teaching 22 years. Yeah, I'm super old. It's true. Yeah. And by the way, nobody can tell because we're live online. People know when I meet them face to face, I'm super short. I am 5'2". So I said that last semester and somebody's like, you look taller online. And I was like, oh, we should stay online because then I could be like 5'8". That would be exciting, but I'm really 5'2". And so my first 2 years I taught middle school and I loved the students because I'm about as immature as middle schoolers are. But I did not like the parents at all. So, and I wanted to have my own family, so I started working at the college, which was my desire to start. And so I've been working at MCC specifically since 2001. I started as an adjunct faculty teaching only at night, and I love, love, love MCC. I cannot say enough about it. It is an amazing place to be, so many resources for students, such good faculty that are passionate about things. And some things about me, I love to read, play board games, hang out with my family, organize things, and hiking. What's funny is, did you notice all of those are quarantine activities? And this was written pre-quarantine. So yeah, I apparently like to do things not with people anyway. I'm set. That's actually me hiking the Grand Canyon. I did rim to rim. This was 2 years ago, I believe, and I'm doing rim to rim again, fingers crossed, in May. We have our reservations. Last time I did South Rim to North Rim in one day, like 12 hours of hiking. And this time I'm going to do North Rim to South Rim. So that's my plan. But my sister is insane, who I go with, and she does rim to rim to rim. That's her in the picture, and her husband and their daughter. They do rim to rim to rim in 2 days. Yes. That sounds bad. And then this picture up here is my family. That's myself, my husband, and our 4 kids. This is a couple years ago. We went to New York. That's actually in Times Square. It's obviously pre-COVID. My daughter sings with Phoenix Children's Chorus, and she sang in Carnegie Hall. So that was awesome, awesome, super fun. So that's a little bit about me. We're going to talk about how I'm going to find out about you soon. So getting ready for class, make sure you're all ready when we start. So you're going to have some kind of binder or organizational tool, whether it's electronic or just old school paper pencil. So, and you can have paper, pencils, pens, highlighters. I don't know about you, but I love highlighters. And if you always wanted highlighters, but you're like, can't afford highlighters, go to the dollar store. You can spend like $5 and you will be like student of the year. You'll feel like super organized and everything. So that's another option for you. If you like electronic organizing, has anyone used OneNote or GoodNotes or anything like that? Okay. Annie has. Good. Super exciting information for you as an MCC student, actually as a Maricopa student. You have access to Microsoft 365, which you have the whole Microsoft suite available to you for free. If you did not know that, you do. And I'll put a link on our Canvas course to show you how to access that. So you can have Word, the full version, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, whatever you need. Now, we also, and I have a class notebook in OneNote. So if you start to like OneNote, you can use that as your electronic device. Now, if that's too much techie and overwhelming, no worries. You're not required to use it. It's just, it might help you. The other thing is we are a Gmail institution, a Google institution. So you have a Gmail account, which also gives you access to Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Jamboard, and everything like that. So we'll be working in Google Docs a lot in this class. We'll also be working on Google Jamboard. If, like I said, if all that sounds too techie, we're gonna walk through it in class. So you'll be fine, no worries. The more you pay attention to it in the beginning, the easier the rest of the semester will be. So if you need some tech help, just come to my office hours or ask me during class and we'll figure it out. It's really nice if you always have your accounts ready, your Canvas account, so you're logged into Canvas, or you could. So sometimes we change computers and you might have your MEID and your password only saved on one device. That's troubling, right? Don't do that, because you're going to need that MEID and password when your tech has a problem. Not that I'm saying you will have a problem, but I'm saying it sometimes happens. And those are good things to have. Don't make your MEID password like your bank password, right? Make it different. Make it something easy that you can get into and you understand. When you join Zoom, everybody's doing fine so far. Make sure you're dressed appropriately. I have to say that because I'm sure you saw on social media all the craziness that happened, right? Like the crazy naked lady who walked across the kids' kindergarten screen. What? Yeah, insanity. So you might also want to warn whoever's in your house, right? I have actually put a sign on my door that says I'm in class, don't come in, because I don't know, a kid might walk behind you when they just got out of the shower, right? Or they might be shouting or watching TV or whatever. It's just good to make sure they know that you're actually in class for these 75 minutes. And then since I said we are using Zoom, make sure you're ready in your Zoom account. And it's really nice, everybody has their name showing, so I know who it is. It's nice we have a real small class, so I'm not gonna get confused. If you use a different program, you know, sometimes it changes your name, or if you log on as, you know, using someone else's phone, you can just rename yourself for that session. The one thing I do ask is that you don't log in while you're driving. Okay, so let's say you have some weird thing where you're rushing home because you had to drop somebody off somewhere before class and you don't want to be late. So you log on your phone and you're driving. That's just not safe. I would much prefer you just send me a message like through email normally, even after the fact, that just says, sorry, I was running late and I was driving and I didn't want to log in. Okay, that's just dangerous for me. So I don't want anyone to get into an accident. Okay, so any questions about just getting ready for class? Yeah, Matt.
Is it okay if we like eat like just some snacks and stuff?
Absolutely. Some of you are just getting up. I totally get it. And some of you have classes back to back as well. So you just need a snack and you're in your house. It's real easy to just go get it. So I'm totally fine with that. If it's super noisy snacks, like just make sure you're muted, because we don't all need to enjoy your popcorn via sound.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely. No worries at all. Yep. Good question. And so during the meeting, that brings me right to this. So make sure you're on time. I'll usually log in at least 5 minutes early, so you can just log in. You know, you can just click and just sit in the waiting room until I get there. And then, so then it's nice, you're sure you're on time. Make sure your video is on, but your mic is muted. That's just nice. If you have headphones, it's way easier. You'll get less feedback. You can even use dollar store headphones. And they do have them at the dollar store. I've already checked. Usually there'll be a warm up on the screen, so you can just do the warm ups. Do you have a question? And then when you're speaking, just let me know. You did just raise your hand. So if you want to talk, you can just raise your hand. You can literally do it like this, or you can use the button. It doesn't matter to me at all.
Okay.
If I'm, go ahead. Uh-oh.
Sorry, my internet is a little bit unstable, so I took off my webcam. But I was just wondering, are we going to be using breakout rooms a lot during class?
Yeah,
Like breaking
probably.
out into groups or having partners?
Yeah. Is there a problem with that? Udit's connection might be bad. Sometimes when you go into breakout rooms, your connection gets interrupted, and that might be what her concern is as well. We have a pretty small class, so we won't have to break into
Sorry,
very
did
many.
you?
Sorry, Udit, go ahead.
I was just saying, if we're going to be in breakout rooms a lot, like during class time and stuff, and if we were going to have partners.
Yeah, we are going to have partners a lot and bring in breakout rooms a lot. Tashina asked a question about how to contact me. You can do it through Canvas, or you can do it through your student email, either way. So, and on your student email, my email is really easy. It's just roxanne.klassen@mesacc.edu. And I sent you a message, and you guys, some of you replied to it already, right? So that you can use that anytime, or you can use the Canvas inbox, either way. And then just try to treat our class, I know it's hard. There's some pluses and minuses to a live online class. Try to treat it like it's an in-person class. If you wouldn't do it in an in-person class, you probably don't want to do it in your online class, right? Like obviously, if you need to go to the bathroom, if we were face-to-face in a class, usually just people just tell me, I'll be right back, and they just leave and come back. That's totally fine. You probably wouldn't be watching TV or watching your phone or playing video games in a live face-to-face class. So don't do it here, right? Try to just stay focused on that. If you have technology issues, Udit was a great example. She was getting a little message that said she was unstable. Just turn off your video, turn off your video, and that should help you. And then you can always just type in the chat what's going on so I know what's happening, because there's internet problems galore, right? With everybody being online, it's troubling. So, and sometimes like if your mic's not working or something's not working, you can just exit the meeting and come back in. And sometimes that'll fix it. We also have an amazing new thing in Canvas. Did you see on the left-hand side? It's called the Thunderbird. What's it called? The Thunderbird Technology Help or something. I'll look it up in just a second. And it's live help for students and faculty. They just implemented it, and it's going to be awesome. So sometimes you're just having terrible issues, whether it's with Canvas or your email or some other program that your teacher is requiring you to use, and that's going to be a great resource for us. We already talked about this. I'll take attendance every day and just make sure you're on time so then you can do the warm up. And I usually take attendance in the warm up.
Quick question for you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So how do I go between the screen I'm looking at right now with all of you on it and your, I guess your background, to jumping back and forth between Canvas at the same time?
You should be able to like split your screen, where you can just like minimize your window, like slide your window so it's smaller and you can have another window. Are you on a Windows or a Mac?
Windows.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to just drag the corner over to the side so you could have like Zoom in one side and Canvas in the other if you need to.
I'll just have to play with it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and you won't always have to. A lot of times you can just be right here in Zoom and we'll be okay. But we'll work on it. All right, so let's try to chat. So a lot of times in class, we're going to do a 3, 2, 1, go, where I'm going to literally go, I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to type it in the chat, but you're going to hit enter. Okay, because as soon as you hit enter, it goes. I want you to wait, and I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, and when I say go, you hit enter. And then it's really cool because then your chat fills up like this, and you can see everybody else's answers. And it's kind of fun when you're mathy because it's really nice when somebody else has the same answer as you. And you're like, oh, yay, right? Maybe I'm right. Or maybe we're both wrong, but at least I wasn't alone. It's kind of a nice way to share information. And this isn't a mathy question. This is just going to be a fun one. So are you a full-time student or a part-time student? So get it ready in the chat. You can just type in full-time or part-time. So just to know, the definition of a full-time student is 12 credit hours or more. If you're less than 12 credit hours, you're technically considered part-time. Don't hit enter yet. It's okay, Judith. So don't hit enter yet. Everybody got it ready? We're going to do 3, 2, 1, go. Yay! Did you see? It was kind of fun, right? That's the most exciting thing that happens in our Zoom class right there. I'm just kidding. Well, it's close. Okay. So you'll see, oh, we have a lot of full-time. Yeah, technically part-time, but with 3 classes, that sounds pretty full-time-ish to me, right? So
well, last semester I just took 2, so I'm like going at my own pace, I think. So.
That's good. So notice we do have some part-time and some full-time. We probably have really close to half and half, which is awesome. Now, some people think that that means the part-time students are not busy. That's not true. Usually our part-time students sometimes are even a little bit more busy because sometimes they have a full-time job. So they're going to school part-time and they have a full-time job. That's a lot to do. The bottom line is, the reason I bring this up is you're not alone. Whether you're full-time or part-time, you have people in the class that have the same as you. The other thing is time management is going to be imperative, right? Managing your time and balancing work, school, home, all of those things. Even though a lot of us are stuck at home, we seem to have a lot of things to do, right? Or we seem to be really good at doing things that we don't necessarily need to do instead of what we should be doing. Okay. The other types of chatting we're going to do in this class is just with me. Sometimes I'll want you to chat privately to me, or you'll want to chat privately because whatever, it's a sensitive subject and you don't want the whole class to be reading your business, right? So if that's the case, when you go to your chat window, you should be able to click on the little triangle and just pick me. Remember, I'm Roxanne Klassen, just in case you forgot, because class has been going on too long already. Okay, so find me in the chat, and now it should say just Roxanne Klassen, and it should say like direct message in parentheses after that, because now you're going to privately chat me, okay? And here's what you're going to privately chat me, and you're going to feel like I ask you this a lot, but there's a reason I ask you this a lot. So what is your program of study? Like, what are you going to school for? Are you nursing? Are you in education, performing arts, English, journalism? Let's see what else. Oh, criminal justice. Do you want to be a policeman? You know, what are you looking for? And some of your, I don't know yet, right? That's fine. You can type in undecided. Don't hit enter yet, right? Don't hit enter. This is going just to me. Okay, so what's your program of study? And if you're not positive, what do you think you're interested in? That just gives me an idea. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I see. Oh, you did. Love it. Nice. I see some nursing, some psychology. Let's see, my chat window is being really weird today. I don't know what the deal is with mine. Criminal law, food science and forensics, meteorology, geography. Oh, I'm so geographically challenged. It's so sad. I need to practice. It's a bad thing. Digital art, graphic design, nursing history, dental hygiene. So can you see that we have a variety in here? Yeah, I mean, you can't see, but I just said them out loud. So what that means is, for some reason, they're making you take this class. Why are they making you take this class? Well, the idea is we all have to have some basic understanding of mathematics. In any degree program, I promise you, it's very helpful. And one of the biggest things we talk about in this class is finance. And finance affects everyone. Whether there's not a lot of money or you have a lot of money. Either way, there's financial issues that go along with that. And you're at such a great time to learn this when you're still maybe working your way through your program. Like, what are your financial goals, right? And you're like, I don't know, just to make rent right now, right? So our financial goals vary. So you have to, you'll be able to have takeaways for that, because we'll talk about car loans, auto loans, retirement, savings, all of these things, which affect everyone. And the reason I like to know what you're studying is because I'd love to find applications in your degree programs, because a lot of times you've taken math classes and you're like, what does this have to do with anything? Right? When am I ever going to need to use this math ever? Right? So I definitely have some nursing applications. You're going to find some applications in your subjects, right? Psychology, there's definitely, we have so many things. So just know the difference between chatting with everyone and privately chatting. Okay, so because you can totally do that. We talked all about these reactions already. So we're just going to use a couple of them to make sure. So we'll do these. Don't do it yet. Wait till I say 3, 2, 1, go. If it's your first semester at MCC, you're going to give the surprise face or the scared face, whatever that face is, the one like this. Yeah, that one. You're welcome. I just did that for you, so it'd be on the recording. And if it's not your first semester at MCC, give me the thumbs up. Okay. So we'll do. Everybody find their reactions buttons. They're at the bottom of the scene. It should say reactions. Did you find them? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, a lot of you have been here before. Danessa, were you able to find those?
I'm not sure I have one. I can't really find it.
It's weird sometimes. Do you have your chat window open still?
Yeah.
Maybe close your chat window. Look at the very bottom of your screen. Like maybe click on a Zoom icon and see it. Because sometimes mine disappear. Are you on a Windows or?
It's a Chromebook.
Oh, a Chromebook. Okay, so Chromebooks might not have all of them.
Oh yeah.
But that's good to know. And I'll look for it because my kids are on Chromebooks too. So I'll look for theirs because daughter has some issues with her. Even though she has a really nice Chromebook, I don't know what's wrong. But and we'll talk about that. Is anyone just on an iPad? No one's just on an iPad. Okay. So Danessa, we do have some trouble with the Chromebooks and our Respondus lockdown browser, but I have lots of workarounds, so no worries. Okay, so just so you know, I don't know if you, is it your first semester or not your first semester?
It's not, but it's like my first time using Zoom.
Okay, yeah, so I don't know if you had any trouble with lockdown browser in the fall, but we'll talk. And that goes for everyone because we'll talk about that as well. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of a Canvas overview, but I've got to take a break because I'm just tired of talking. So I don't talk this much normally in class. Usually you guys talk a lot. So I'm going to ask you a very strange question. Okay, and you guys are going to think about it for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to let you guys talk. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I want to see all your faces. Here's my weird question. Are you ready? Okay, my weird question is, would you rather, do you know that game? So would you rather be itchy or sticky for the rest of your life? Yeah, those are your only choices, itchy or sticky. You have 30 seconds to think about it. Come up with your justification because I don't want you to just say itchy and not say anything else. I want you to tell me why. Well, tell everybody else. Okay,
What?
so 30 seconds.
Wait, what's spicky? What'd you say?
Sticky.
Oh, sticky. Okay, got it.
Sorry, disappeared for a minute. Are you still there? Can you hear me? Yes, I got logged out of my own meeting. Nice, very fun. Yeah, I appreciate technology issues on the first day. Okay, itchy or sticky? Itchy, like you need to scratch something. Sticky, like if you touch it, it connects to you, right? Like you're sticky, like you're a human sticky note, maybe. I know, those choices are amazing. So think, now you only have 10 seconds. Okay, go ahead. You guys can talk away. Give me your which itchy or sticky and why.
I would have to go with sticky because I like Spider-Man, and I feel like, you know, that would work. So yeah, and sticky wouldn't be uncomfortable. Itchy is, you know, is uncomfortable. So I like climbing buildings and doing parkour and stuff. So, you know, that's probably my choice.
Yeah, me too. I think I'd rather be sticky because I feel like being itchy all the time, you're like scratching yourself in public and people would look at you weird. So like you're sticky, so people wouldn't notice.
I would do sticky because like just the feeling of stickiness doesn't bother me. I touch tree sap all the time, but when you're itchy, it doesn't go away no matter what. Even if you're like you're just constantly a lizard, and I don't like being a lizard.
There's more benefits to being sticky than there are to being scratchy. You, like Matt said, you could crawl up a building and stuff. You could be a superhero, to be honest. You can't be a superhero if you're itchy all the time.
For sticky over itchy. Because I feel like I'd be able to forget that I was sticking to things, and I wouldn't be able to forget that I had an itch.
That's a really good answer. I'm already sticky all the time. I have 3 children, and they're constantly, you know, getting their goo and you know, juice and milk and everything else, food on me. So it's something I'm kind of used to already. But being itchy, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Poison ivy, you know, just have an allergic reaction. That's miserable. Been there too. Don't ever want to wish it on anybody. So sticky.
I'd say sticky as well. I don't know, just something about being itchy is not, I'm not okay with that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sticky. Itchy is uncomfortable feeling, but sticky is maybe you can hold your, maybe you can be more successful when you sticky for everything. I don't know.
My gosh, did no one say itchy?
Yes.
Not one person wants to be itchy?
I mean, what are the benefits really? You know, what's the
I don't know. Maybe you could take Benadryl and then you're not itchy, and then you don't have to be itchy or sticky. I'm just saying, like
Yeah, I'm with
sticky
you.
might be a
I know
sticky might be a terrible feeling. I want it to be just my finger is sticky, right? Or I can turn on and off my stickiness. I always cheat at Would You Rather and change all the rules.
I was gonna say I didn't know there was solutions to our problem.
Well, you'll notice I'm a creative problem solver. So I like to come up with alternatives to the game because I always think Would You Rather would be super fun, and it's not because I don't like to pick either of those. So Lily, did you pick itchy or sticky? It's okay, no pressure.
I wasn't able to turn on my mic. But I would do sticky because I hate being itchy.
I do hate being itchy. I'm one of those scratchers, like I'll scratch a bug bite till it bleeds. Ugh. Yeah, so I'd be problematic either way. Which you will also begin to notice about me that I'm just problematic. So yeah, it's a great thing. So Zach, did we hear from you whether you picked, Zachary, did you pick itchy or sticky? Yeah, Zach said itchy for sure. Yeah, sticky does sound worse. And Zach, what instruments do you play? Zach's typing in the chat, by the way. Oh, piano and guitar. Yes, I cannot imagine that would be easy if you're sticky. That does sound problematic. Okay, so That's awesome. My son really wants to play guitar and he wants guitar lessons. And I said, it's kind of weird right now with COVID. Like, how do you do guitar lessons? I'm like, I think you could teach yourself, like watch videos online, but I don't know. So we'll see. I play piano, but not very well. Like I played as a kid. So that was a burning question that I had, itchy or sticky. I know that was super important mathematically for our first day. Just kidding. I just think that we're going to be together a lot and we need to get to know each other. And these funny little things talking about non-math sometimes breaks the ice. So then when we're talking about math, we're not super embarrassed when we go, I have no idea how to do this problem. Like, right? Like number 2, I just don't get. So we need to make sure we're thinking about how we're going to communicate with each other in class. All right, so some of you might have been on Canvas already. Yes? Some of you might not have gotten there yet. I am going to, let's see what I'm doing. I was going to share my screen with you. Okay, I'm going to share my Canvas screen so you can see it. If you haven't been there, on there, you will want to get on there today, right? Because you have 3 assignments that are due tonight. I know, they're not hard and they're not very long. Did anyone do all the assignments yet that are due today?
2.
I did.
Yeah, how long did it take you?
Like less than 10 minutes.
Yep. So not very long, right? So they're not hard assignments. It's just kind of getting to know you. So here's my Canvas screen. Here's my virtual classroom. Doesn't that look just like me? My Bitmoji, love it. Looks just like me. You're like, I don't know. I've seen you for like a half hour. I don't know, but it really does. You see, our hair's kind of the same. I should probably put some more gray in the hair on my Bitmoji, but I don't want to. So, okay. And I'll change this. You'll see this changing. The reason I made this my home screen is it's all clickable for you. So these course announcements, you can click on that and it'll take you straight to the most current course announcements. Class time, that's how you can get in Zoom right there. It'll take you just to your class time. Ooh, I better fix that. I need to look at that. That's probably my 9 o'clock class time. Yikes. Okay. Otherwise, you can use this button over here, 10:30 a.m. class time. I'm going to have to fix that button. The tutoring center. How many of you have ever used our virtual tutoring center now that it's online? Nice. Matthias has, B has. Okay, it's easy. It's not hard. We got some great tutors. Okay, that connects to our MCC ones. This one over here, MCC math tutors, but the one underneath it, online tutoring, that connects to BrainFuse tutoring. So that's not MCC tutors, but it's also available 24/7. So it's a good one as well. Okay, so don't feel like I'm saying don't use BrainFuse because we all have different time schedules. So you can use whichever one you need. There is some student success workshops. So for time management and things like that, you can click that link. I also record every class session. So if you're like, I thought I was paying attention and now I don't even know what's happening, you can go back and watch the recording once I post it. You'll click on the 10:30 button because I have both 9 and 10:30 classes that are 146. I clicked on the 9 o'clock and watched it different because I've done it, you know, it's the same material. Office hours, I do use a different link for my office hours than I do for time. And then calculator apps, we'll talk about what kind of calculator you need and the apps that are available. These are all the readings. So if you like a textbook, you would click on this part. And then my students last semester said my shelf was too empty. So they wanted me to put a class pet there. So I picked a fish. But if we don't like the fish, we can get rid of the fish and we can adopt a new pet. We can make it a cat on our shelf or a dog or whatever we want. So, but I'll change this for you. So let's talk calculators. You are going to use a calculator a lot for this class. You could, it says you're not required to purchase a calculator, but you may if you choose to, or you may already have one, right? And if you already have one, you could just use it. You could use one of these guys. This is just a scientific calculator. This is just a TI 30X2S. You can use that. If you have one of these laying around, they're about 10 bucks. If you have one of these big boys, anyone have a graphing calculator? Yeah, a couple of you. If you have a graphing calculator, you paid for it at some point, you might as well use it, right? And learn how it works. So I'll show you how to do stuff on this graphing calculator as well. Let's say you don't have either of those, right? You don't have either of those calculators. I have links on this calculator page. There's just a scientific calculator here. It's Desmos. It's free. It's very easy. So I can show you how to do things on here. If you want a Desmos graphing calculator, it's right here. So it'll do, it's just the tools are different. So, but I can help you with all of them. I've used all of them. Then these three things, there might be four things. These four things, 1, 2, 3, 4, that are with the finance unit and the probability and statistics unit. We have written them through, you know, you didn't have to buy a textbook for this class. Yay! And you don't have to buy an online program. It's included for you for free. So it's through Maricopa Open Educational Resources, and that's who wrote these. So these are Maricopa Open Educational Resources that are available to you that will mimic what your graphing calculator will do. So if you don't have a graphing calculator, or you forget your calculator, or your batteries die on your calculator, any of those things, these are going to be available to you even during a test. Okay. So you do not have to purchase something, but if you have something, you can totally use it. All right. You can always use this left-hand navigation bar. This is what I was talking about. This is what's new, this Thunderbird tech support. So if you're having tech issues, click on that and you'll get live tech support right away. Here's the same. You'll notice a lot of this is duplicated from my virtual classroom to here because you never know when something's going to break, right? And I wanted more than one link for you. So you can use any of these links over here, including the class recording. And that there's also chat. You guys can chat with each other, those kind of things. But when you're ready to get started, click right here, get started. It tells you all about our course. If you just go through this, at the bottom, there's a next button. Just follow along with that. Here's your first assignment. What's our live online class going to be like? It's a 1-question quiz. It's really easy, right? So that's due by tonight. So do that. Here's the next one, office hours and virtual meeting info. Take the quiz. Get required materials and technology. There's 1 question. Take the quiz. Then there's a syllabus acknowledgement. This isn't due till tomorrow, but you could do it tonight if you want. There's 2 questions on that one. So what I did with our syllabus, instead of you having to read a 15-page syllabus, I split it into those small little sections. So you just read a little section, take the quiz. Read a little section, take the quiz. That's what I did. Then some of you have already replied to my email through your Gmail account. Make sure you check your Maricopa student Gmail and you reply back to me. Okay? And then I'll manually enter your grade. I need to update those this afternoon. You have a Google form to fill out. You're not in the 9 a.m. class. You should get a 10:30 a.m. one. So I'll show you. It should look like this. It should say 10:30 a.m. You fill out the Google form right here. Fill it all out. I know it's long. This is probably going to take you the longest, right? To click all these buttons. Then at the very bottom, you're going to click submit. Okay. Now, when you click submit, it's not going to take it off your to-do list and it's not going to automatically give you credit. I have to give you credit. Okay, so don't fill it out 15 times thinking you didn't fill it out. Just fill it out once, be patient, give me at least 24 hours to update that, okay? Then when you're finished, just click next. Here's an FAQ course discussion. When you have questions or you're confused on something, sometimes you might not want to ask me, ask each other. Help each other in this chat, okay? It's a great place for you guys to ask each other questions. I look at it and I'll answer if you need help. Okay. Then here's when we're going to get into an actual activity. Sorry. So you're going to introduce yourself via a Flipgrid. Has anyone used Flipgrid before? It's a video discussion board. Super easy. like elementary school students are using it, so I figured we'd probably be competent. You can do it on your phone even. You can do it on anything, but you're only going to do like a 2-minute video or less. And what your video is going to be, just introduce yourself, tell us your name, and tell us 2 hobbies and what you're studying at MCC. That's it. Easy peasy, not mathy, not a big deal. When you're done, the next assignment is to respond to 2 students. Okay, so you're going to respond to 2 other students in your class and try to spread the wealth, right? If the first video has like 10 comments, go comment on somebody who has no comments, right? So don't make it so everybody gets on the same person. And then you have the last assignment you have is a weekly schedule. Remember we talked about balancing time? So a good rule of thumb is for every credit hour you're taking, you spend 2 hours outside of class studying. So this class is 6 credit hours. That would mean you should spend 12 hours a week on math. If you do that, you'll be successful. Yeah. So that's just kind of how we're going to organize things. And that's the end of this week for Canvas. Any questions on that?
I have a question.
Yeah, Matt.
What tab was that assignment that you said you had to grade yourself? I didn't see which one it was.
It's the one where, well, there's a couple of them. One is reply to the email, and one is the Google form.
I think it's the Google form, the long one. It had a bunch of pictures on it.
Yeah.
Which tab is that one?
You can find all of them if you click on modules.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to modules, you'll see it. It's the Google form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? I know that was fast, and a lot of you might not be super tech savvy. I just said savvy. I don't know why. I just decided that V's were now pronounced with B's today. Would WAB and EMU app work for your calculator? Yes, it will be fine for your calculator.
Okay.
Yep. Have you used that in the past, Tashina?
Yes, ma'am. It works really well. It does graphing and all that other stuff. I just wanted to make sure it was okay. It's a free app if anybody else is on your phone, so you have it with you 24/7. Quick question.
Android. It's Android.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't do that iPhone stuff.
I just switched.
Oh.
So like literally like 3 weeks ago, and I'm a little traumatized by it. I know, Josh, I love your face. You're like, I don't know if you should have switched. I don't know if I should have switched either, but my daughter pressured me into it. The 18-year-old girl said, Mom, how am I going to leave for college and you can't FaceTime me? And I was like, yeah, I get it. I know that's rough.
You snap. Okay, so question. It was partially answered by Matt, I think is who asked. But when we come to those assignments, I didn't see a drop down or like a button to click. I went on modules. Is that where I'm going to see the assignments listed other than in my to-do, etc.?
You can find them in your to-do or your calendar or in your modules, or if you just click next at the bottom of the page, it'll go to the next assignment. It should work in any of those, but I'm going to look right now. Judith just asked, it was a flip, right, Judith?
Yeah, it's not open yet.
Well, it will be as soon as I open it.
Okay, that one's unlocked, and there's the other one unlocked, weekly schedule as well.
Oh, it's weird because it says it was open. Did you check right now?
Yeah, I'm on it right now, but I can refresh.
That's weird because it said it opened yesterday, but I just hold on.
It still
and
says.
Are you on the 10:30 one or the 9 o'clock one?
I'm in the 10:30. It says reply to 2
Okay.
students 10:30 a.m. copy. It hasn't been unlocked yet. Week 1, introduce yourself, Flipgrid. And I refreshed.
Interesting. I will
Maybe
check it out. I'm looking right now. Might just be annoying. Okay, hold on. I will fix it. Good thing we're doing this right now, right? Okay, what other questions do you have? No, none. I'm trying to fix it right now. Okay. Refresh one more time and see if it works. Otherwise, I will be on tech support, having them help me. Okay, so the only ones you have to do tonight are those 3 little pieces of the syllabus, right? So you should be okay with that. The last thing we are going to do, did it work at all?
I'm gonna check right now. Let me see.
Okay, good.
Refresh. It hasn't been unlocked. It still says that. Let me see.
What does it say? Do you want to share your screen and tell me what it says?
Yes, hold on. Yes.
Because I'll stop sharing.
Share screen. This one, I believe it is. Can you
We
see
have
my
one
screen?
more thing to do. Yes. Oh, okay. So it says you have to do these other 2 things first. Do you see how it says you have to do the syllabus acknowledgement and agreement, and you have to reply to the instructor's email? So you have to do both of those pages before that will.
Okay, perfect.
And then it'll work. Yeah, so always read if it says there's any requirements to do. Okay, the last thing we're doing is our exit ticket. We usually do an exit ticket every single day. And our exit ticket today is very quick, and I'll show you. And then after you do your exit ticket, you can click leave the meeting. So you have to do those 3 assignments, right, tonight before midnight. And then you're going to do this Google form. And if you have a QR code reader, you can use that. Or I will put the link in the chat as well, so you could go directly to it. Maybe. Okay. It's coming in the chat to you too. So some of my students like the Q reader, and some of my students just like the direct link. And then once you finish the exit ticket, you can leave the meeting. We have about 7 minutes left. I'm just going to stay on here if anybody has questions. But once you fill out that exit ticket, you can leave, and I will see you tomorrow. Great first day.
It was nice meeting you, Miss Clausen.
Yes, nice meeting you, V. I will see you tomorrow.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you for today. I'm taking off.
Yeah. Bye, Matt.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, Danessa. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Lily.
Okay, I'm usually really horrible
nice
at
day.
tech involved everything. Probably because I'm almost 40, so I'll use that as my excuse. I did have a good day today. Everything went pretty smooth for stumbling through. So I appreciate it.
That's
Thank you. It's really nice to
awesome.
meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. That's all we're hoping for. We're all going to have tech issues, no matter how young or old we are. Some of us who are a little bit older have trouble.
I hide it with my
See,
blonde as best I can.
I don't have any blonde.
And this is the first time on Zoom, so it's been interesting. Thank you for being patient.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think it'll be fine.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Goodbye.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye, Rookie. Bye, Judith. See you tomorrow.